Today's video is about slope. The objective is for you to find the rate of change between any 2 points. So the definition of slope is the rate of change between any 2 points on a line or on a graph. So what you are going to use is y minus y over x minus x. So this is also, if you're looking at a graph, this is how much the graph goes up compared to how much it goes over. Okay, so if you're looking at an ordered pair, the x's are always in the first spot and the y's are always in the second spot. So let's take a look at the directions. You are going to find slope from a table or a graph. So to do that, you need to pick 2 points and plug into that equation, y minus y over x minus x. You are going to subtract the numerator and the denominator separately, and then you're just going to simplify that fraction that you get. So here's our example. The table shows the number of juice bottles per case. So in one case there's 12 bottles of juice, in 2 cases there's 24 bottles of juice, in 3 cases there's 36 bottles of juice, and in 4 cases there are 48 bottles of juice. So just like we've done before, the x values are always on the top, the y values are always on the bottom. So you are going to pick any 2 sets of numbers, and you're going to write these as ordered pairs. 1, 12, and then 2, 24. Okay, so remember what we are doing is y minus y over x minus x. Okay, so I'm going to pick one of the ordered pairs, and I'm going to use that one first both times. So I'm going to do 24, because that's in the y spot, minus 12, because that's in the y spot on the other ordered pair, over the 2 minus the 1, because those are both x terms. So notice how the 24 and the 2 are first, and that comes from the same ordered pair. Okay, so what you're going to do is subtract the numerators, which is 24 minus 12 is 12, and subtract the denominators, 2 minus 1 is 1. So what this is telling us is that there are 12 juice bottles per case. Alright, and we can kind of see that if we look back at the ordered pair, it's 12 juice bottles for one case. So in order to graph these, notice how cases is here and bottles is right here. So we are going to plot the ordered pair 1, 2. So that tells us to go over to the right 1 and then up 12. So we have a dot right there. Do the same thing for 2 cases and 24 bottles, and then 3 cases and 36 bottles, and 4 cases and 48 bottles. Okay, so we have our graph. So if we needed to, we could have pulled off, if we just had the graph, we would have seen an ordered pair at 1, 12, and another one at 2, 24. This is the exact same information that we pulled out of the table. So if you have a table, you can pull out the ordered pairs, or if you have a graph, you can write what the ordered pairs are where each dot is. Either way, you'll get the same answer. If we were to interpret this problem, we would just say there are 12 juice bottles per one case. Here's another example. At 6 a.m., the retention pond had 28 inches of water in it. The water receded, so it went down, so that at 10 a.m., there were 16 inches of water left. Okay, so if I were to graph this, I would go at 6 a.m. and 28 inches. So I'd put a dot right there. Okay, and if I were to write this out as an ordered pair, it would be 6, 28. And now I'm going to have another dot at 10 a.m. and 16 inches. So 10 a.m. is 16 inches of water. And again, the ordered pair would be 10, 16. So just like I did on that last one, remember we always subtract the y's first, and then we subtract the x's in the denominator. So the first spot is the x, the second spot is a y on an ordered pair. So I am going to do the y's first, and I'm going to pick one of my points, and it needs to be in the first spot on the y, and then again the 6 will be in the first spot for the x. So I am going to do 28 minus 16 over 6 minus 10. So if I do 28 minus 16, this gives me an answer of 12. And if I do 6 minus 10, this gives me an answer of negative 4. If I were to simplify this fraction, it would be negative 3 over 1, because I'm going to divide both of these by 4. Now that negative sign, although it's on the bottom with the negative 4, it's okay that I moved it up on top. The negative sign doesn't necessarily mean it goes with a 4, it just goes with the fraction 12/4. So if I were to interpret this negative 3 over 1, it tells me that every hour, because hours, that's our time, that's our x value, every hour the water of level, or the level of water, goes down 3 inches. And we know it's going down because it's negative. So this is the end of the video. Basically what you need to get out of it is that when you are writing an ordered pair, your x's always come first, or the numbers on the bottom of the graph, and your y's are second, or the numbers going up on the side, so in this case inches. You are going to use the formula y minus y over x minus x every single time.